Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Oh good, spirit started working. Today we're going to do a gentle reading, a week's worth of energy, past, present, future, whatever's in your energy at the moment. Cross watchers are welcome. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? This will be for all water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, part of Fortune, North Node, Chiron, and any high aspects of your Mercury or any outer planets. That would be, let me do it in order. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Even though Pluto is a disgraced planet, we're still including. Still part of the family, just because. So that seems to be a theme. There's always someone on the outs of a situation, sort of like a black sheep. And Pluto is definitely the black sheep of the solar system. So that may mean something to you at this time. I'm going to keep these cards nearby. We're going to clarify with those, okay? So I already pre-pulled for the situation at hand. Not totally certain what's going on here, okay? We'll figure it out as we go, and we can always clarify, okay? So let's start. There seems to be a lot of players involved, like almost a family dynamic immediately, okay? And there hasn't been anything popping up yet on the app from Spirit here. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice and see what signs you may be dealing with this time. All right. Fifth what? Fifth place, fifth house, fifth, something about five, maybe, or fifth in line. Five is significant to someone. Fifth what? Fifth day, fifth week, fifth month, fifth year, fifth decade. So take that how it resonates. Could be an age or timing aspect of something. All right. Give me some signs of who's involved besides Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in this situation. External to our water sign collective here. All right. We have Cancer, highly aspected. I'll go ahead and re-roll for him, her, whoever it may be. Again, it's very Aries, Taurus. Could be a cusper, I'm seeing that as well. And Libra, okay? Let's get some planetaries for them as well. This could also indicate like what this may be most about, what you might need to focus on as well regarding this situation. I'll do my best to remember what they mean. All right, you have sun sign highly aspected, okay? 20 degrees or higher, all right? You also have Neptune, the planet of transformation, especially like spiritual stuff as well. It's kind of got Uranus, Saturn, and Pluto energy in it. You also have your moon, so something significant about dreams, intuition. Moon is also represented by Cancer astrologically as well, so that may be significant to somebody. There may be a moon Cancer somewhere. Uranus, the great awakener. So this is some sort of spiritual situation that's going to be huge for you, okay? With regards to them, it could be any one of those placements in those signs as well, okay? Cancer did come up high aspected. Sun sign came high aspected. Yeah, that was it. Okay, just trying to recap. From the Moonology overall energy, we actually had two cards for you pop out. South Node may be significant in any of these signs here. Don't let your past hold you back. So there's something from your past. Could be recent, could be way past. Fifth could indicate 5 days ago, like, fifth day, or 5 weeks, or something 5 days, weeks, months, years, decades ago. Okay. Depending on how long your life's been, right? Okay. You have full moon in Libra here. A win-win outcome is forecast. So justice is going to be here. Libra again with this energy. There's going to be some sort of balance as well. I'm actually going to read you the meaning of that card because I know it means a few things. Give me a second here. I did not pull that book. There it is. Feeling guided to do that. There must be something here. Okay. No matter when you pull this card, it encourages you to find a balance between your desires and those of the people around you. So there's going to be people around you. Balance is very Libra energy, and the full moon brings things to a peak. Dramas, upsets bring partnerships to the fore. Okay, so it's definitely collabs, partnerships, romance, even business transactions, work, friendships, relationships in general. Okay. Libra energy also brings love energy. Negotiations are easier. Okay. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question, or whatever you're thinking of right now, right? So, and with those two together, there's definitely some sort of win-win outcome with something from your past, whatever that means, whether it's a recent past, a recent breakup, or something way, way past, right? Maybe thinking about things that maybe never really fully got closure, right? For whatever reason. Something that needs to have a win-win outcome. I just heard that. All right. Let go of which is falling away. It could be attuned to the moon here. Additional meaning, see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. So coming from a heart perspective. Maybe if there was a situation from your past where you did not come from heart and you came from ego, this is a chance to repair that, I guess, heal it, okay? It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. That's another meaning as well. You might need to go into hermit mode, not jump from one thing to another. If you literally just got out of a situation and you haven't given yourself sort of a spiritual vacay, if you will, you're going to need it, okay? Jumping from relationship to relationship is not a good plan. You don't give yourself enough time to kind of like heal from the last thing. You're more likely to carry baggage over into the next thing, and it becomes a hot mess. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity is another one, right? Again, with that self-care and retreat time. Now is a great time for a makeover. So a whole new you, who dis? Love it. Okay. Next up, we pulled from Signs and Sinks for you, okay? Air element, so you might be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's another. Libra, again, Libra energy might be very significant, especially spiritually, since we do have 3 planets here that do kind of indicate a connection from the tangible to the spiritual, all right, with the moon, Neptune, and Uranus here, okay? So maybe check your north node or your south node. You may have air element in it that may be significant to someone, okay? Or you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. Divination, happiness, positivity, and eloquence are also associated with this color. So if you see this color, it might be important. You might also need to incorporate more of this color, okay? Intelligence, memory, strength, focus, learning, clarity, knowledge. Also assists with mental blockages, your confidence, new ideas. Could also indicate travel and movement. This is also the color of your solar plexus. And since I'm seeing colors, I'm going to leave these out for the guidance at the end of this reading, okay? After we do a cleanup. Now, another color, red for your root chakra. Fire element could also be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, yes, okay. It's a confirmation. Fast action, so this energy is going to be moving quick. Again, with movement, right? Blood of moon, so if you do blood of moon ritual, this may be a good indication to do that, okay? Ambition. Physical energy, you know, getting moving and grooving, right? Luck, motivation, determination, stamina, potency, courage, passion, and protection. But this could also be a warning of obsession or lust as well with this color, okay? Bird, birds may be messengers. Pay attention to birds. Hannah might be significant to someone. Okay. You also have 666 on the light side, okay? This just means a return to purpose of unconditional love, right? Step back to refocus your thoughts. There's no reality with negative thoughts. It's just kind of a reminder. Hey, check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Reconnect spiritually. Yes, definitely. I'm seeing that. All right. For tea leaf, you have Lion. Ooh, you could be dealing with a Leo. Time to act. Lions are also very courageous. This could also be an animal sync for you as well. Birds, lions. Okay. You have Quill. Get back to basics. Okay. So restore your health and your vitality. All right. Beetle. Could be seeing beetles as well. Good fortune. All right. Like it. You have Pale. Time to get out of a situation. All right. So maybe you're in something that's blocking where you're supposed to go. Right. Especially with a win-win outcome, and don't let your past hold you back. I'm seeing that energy as well. Okay. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Okay. Valid being the key word, right? Sometimes people have agendas with their advice, so be very, very wary of that. I've seen many people take bad advice and they end up misrepresenting and misunderstanding the situation to a point where it's like it ends up getting lost, you know? Can't save it. All right. From our stargazing oracle here, you have Snow Moon. Oh, gosh. Wait, how many moon energies we have here? 2. All right. Snow Moon. Transition, low resources, hibernation, embrace change, renewal, cleansing, soul searching, darkness, scarcity, make plans for the future, and rest. So this is all about just figuring out what you need to balance yourself out. And you're going to have to do some cleansing, energy clearing practices. You're going to have to go within, really tap in and see what it is your North Node's all about. What's been the problem? What's been the holdup, right? Where the issues may lie. Get some renewal, soul searching, okay? You might have to do a little bit of shadow work too. Get some sort of routine going for yourself. I see that with make plans for the future as well as rest. But you also have to focus on what you want for yourself, right? And then go for it. Net and side net. Interesting. Maybe there's a side goal. Is that what you're suggesting with net there? Next up, you have your soul has returned to learn many lessons. So this could be involving lessons. We'll definitely pull those cards for guidance, okay? South Node, life's debts, the past lives, inborn gifts, what's left unfinished. And you do have that with this win-win outcome is forecast. Lessons not learned and familiarity, okay? All right. Maybe you need to be following more of your South Node if you've been somebody that's already been in your North Node and it just hasn't been working out for you. Or maybe figure out what it's not working out and why your higher self wants you to do that, right? South Node's heavy here. It could also just indicate like paying attention to what has gone wrong, right? Like, and learning from those lessons, right? Those are opportunities to actually like grow. There's nothing to fear with lessons. Life is all about lessons. That's what we're here for. We are spiritual beings having a human experience in these student vessel bodies we got going on. All right? Earth is a classroom. All right. Waning moon. Surrender and go with the flow. Water signs, you're good at that. Come on now. Let go and move on. Rest and recuperate. Let fate take its course. Not the right time to take action. So you do need to go within and kind of heal yourself, okay? But you do have a win-win outcome as forecast. And I'm really feeling like less impulsiveness, not necessarily in action, right? But maybe knowing when is the right time to take action, right? Even if it's just small action, right? Because moving on is taking action. But this could also be letting the universe kind of carry you. Yes, okay. I immediately thought of like not fighting against a stream that you're floating down to avoid drowning, right? You just kind of like let the current take you, right? And then when you can grab onto something, like a branch that's poking out, you can do that. That would be the time to take action, right? Avoid wrecking yourself, yes. Okay. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Rickety, rickety, wreck yourself. All right. From the Botanical Inspiration, since I nearly forgot this card, we have Bellflower. So that may be significant to somebody, either the actual flower or maybe it's a city. You can think of a city here in Southern California. All right, gratitude. All right. Melody Beatty says, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Okay, so maybe gratitude practices are good at this time, being grateful for the things that life has given you throughout everything along the way. Okay. From the Black Moon Astrology, you have, 21 breaks down to a 3. You have Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. I see. You have number 45, part of fortune. Your part of fortune might be significant in a situation. It's how you view abundance on a higher level. And you're going to have an increase, okay, in abundance, all right? There is a win-win outcome, so I see that. You have number 3, Mercury, mind, okay? That's all about communication, but that's also about divination too. That's that air element, that yellow there, okay? It's ruled by Aquarius, so that might be significant to someone. Ooh, you have Gemini, 15, breaks down to a 6, I think. Again, with that mind, air element, intelligence, memory, focus is all there. And 49 breaks down to a 13, which breaks down to a 4. That may be significant for you. Jupiter return, benefits. Again, with that part of fortune energy for taking charge of something, right? Maybe being of service. Or maybe there's an identifier like car accident. I saw wreck and service, right? Some kind of like something broke and needed to be serviced, right? That might be an identifier. I hear it doing something. All right. From the past life oracle, just to identify the circumstance or people in it, you have unrequited love, spouse. So maybe there was a breakup here of a situation. And something about biblical, okay? Now, I did use Izzy's deck to pull on this to get an idea of what Spirit's trying to mention. So this could just be identifiers. This could be something of biblical proportions, or maybe there's a lot of biblical reference with regards to this group of people or this situation for you, okay? That was just the two things that immediately popped up. Maybe there's a divorce that happened, right? I can see that as well. Of some sort. First card that came out to explain this was attachment issues, fame, and I immediately picked up on some seriously needy energy here. Codependency, someone's super dramatic, right? Impulsive behavior, I picked up on that as well. Okay, now that I see that, I also kind of see it in the red here. There's that obsession and lust energy as well. Could very well be almost childish, immature kind of energy, right? Next that came out, these two came out together. This bitch is crazy. All right, so, and voodoo. Okay. This could be bad news spiritually. Okay. Could also indicate they may, endeavor into craft, but not for the greater good. Maybe for selfish gain. I'm seeing that as well here. I mean, you do have Chucky on the beach there. It's a funny card for me. I love that card. Every time I see it, it cracks me up. Well, even the crazies, even a murderous doll needs a vacation, right? Like, I don't know what that might mean something. Or maybe somebody's into that movie. Or maybe you would know them by having creepy looking dolls or something along those lines. And maybe you need a vacation from them, okay? If it's an energy that wears you out, yeah, chances are. The voodoo, I'm not really getting, spellcraft with the rest of these. I think it's more just... this is a person that would naturally carry like spiritually transmitted diseases, right? Like I heard STD, but not like biological STD. I heard spiritual, okay? What else, Spirit? Early. Yeah, just know all that stuff. If they've been doing weird stuff, You know, send out bad mojo to the universe. It will come back, and you don't want to get in the way of that. That is a tsunami you want to avoid, because especially if they're very toxic energy. Like this is definitely something that should stay unrequited, right? Like, and that's what could be biblical about it, right? Then what came out is health issues and cancer. So cancer could be involved. But because these two came out together, maybe this is a person that does have cancer that might be an identifier for somebody. Or there's somebody involved in this situation that has cancer. Okay? Or they could just have health issues, maybe mental health issues. Looking at the bitch's crazy card. You know, psychological issues. Inner childhood wounding. I'm seeing that as well with the kid's hands there. Attachment. Something that's well known and well recognized and really on Front Street with that fame card. You know, they could very well also be online a lot. Maybe they have a lot of online accounts or something like that. A lot of aliases, a lot of handles, that sort of thing. That might be an identifier as well. You also have panic button here. And maybe there's a scare somewhere in here, health-wise, mental health-wise. Maybe there's some exposure of their situation. I don't know how else to best identify this. Israeli. Early Israeli. Is there a connection to that somehow? Maybe that's a biblical thing. And then, to top it off, is mastery. So that's what biblical could probably mean. This is something that's for your greatest good in terms of what you're going to spiritually advance in. Okay? Interesting. There may also be some sort of past life connection. I just heard that. Just looking at Israeli, biblical, and I think that's Anubis here. And that's actually all around the same region. Okay. All right, so somewhere around the Mesopotamia, Fertile Crescent area, okay? There might be some connection there regarding whatever this situation is supposed to help you upgrade to, okay? That might identify it for you, okay? I know that's pretty vast, but miracle? Something having to do with a miracle, okay. Okay. So from the Kipper deck, we pulled number 5, Mature Man. Okay, there we go. Back to 5 again. It's all about you. Okay. 30 breaks down to a 3. Judication. This is about making decisions, also having judgments done as well, because you do have a magistrate there deciding between two people. And unrequited spouse, I can definitely see this could be divorce court with that couple there. But this could also be just having to make tough decisions, right? Regarding what's best for a situation overall, right? This could be some serious emperor vibe here, taking charge of a situation. Okay. Next up, we have thief. Ooh, 24. Breaks down to a 6. Now, this could also be just a decision already having been made. Somebody was a thief in a situation. Maybe it's sentencing, okay? Speed. Something's going to pick up speed. What else? Oh, a fast menu. Uh-oh. What is that? Speed and menu. I hope it's not drug related. Speed on the menu? So to clarify the overall situation, I did actually clarify and break down. Overall, this is, you have 25, high honor, number 7, number 2, main female. So high honor could be this judication. This could be a divine decision having made, okay? And 34, also a 7. 727 might be significant. And just notice that. Reflective number. With occupation, this could also be hobby or purpose. I'm also seeing sort of life purpose. Maybe the decision is for a life purpose and a main female's involved somehow, okay? Take that how it resonates. Hopefully the main female is not this bitch is crazy. Because that's interesting. But if it is, there's a lesson in this somehow, okay? All right. Which pile is this? All right. So when I clarify what was stolen, okay? Number 3, marriage came out. Again, with that partnership energy, right? So maybe something restorative is going to be happening with a partnership. Maybe what had been taken, and the judgment being with this full moon in Libra, is that a partnership may return, right? That had been tampered with by some bitch craziness. Whatever that is, okay? I love readings like this because it involves so many people. You do have a lot of signs on deck here. You do have, what, Cancer, Aries, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, oh, and Leo, and Libra again. Leo with the lion, I saw that. Oh, and Aquarius with Mercury. Interesting. Screw. Maybe something has to be put together. Put back together? Usually we use screws to put things together. Okay. That had been apart? We need more to go by on that. Okay, so when I clarified what judication was, the first card to come out was false person in the reverse. That's number 8. To me, in the upright, this is the lying, cheating, stealing, being an authentic or fake card, right? In the reverse, it's coming out of that. Returning maybe something that had been stolen, right? Telling the truth, coming clean, being honest, being authentic, taking the mask off. You see how everybody here is sort of covering their faces. So maybe something's coming to light, right? That exposes the truth of a situation. And maybe that's what this fame is all about too, right? Maybe it's some return to sender kind of energy or something, you know, with the voodoo card there, okay? So to clarify further, bad health. Again, the health issues popped up. 31 breaks down to a 4. Imprisonment, 29 breaks down to an 11. 19 breaks down to a 10. Coffin. So this could be an end to a bunch of things. And I needed to clarify the heck out of that. I'm like, that could be a number of things. These two together indicate some sort of like physical disability for me, right? Could also indicate death. I see that as well. Or just an ending of a situation being disabling, maybe, or feeling incarcerating in some way, shape, or form. Coming to terms with something, maybe freedom. I'm also seeing that. This could be freedom from, you know, because your health is kind of like, we did have that, didn't we? Red. Where is it? That is your root chakra. That's about stability too. And feeling of home and connected and grounded, right? I saw it somewhere else too. And maybe this is what's the valid criticism, right? Like the good advice. Bringing you back, getting you back to basics and good fortune, right? Getting you out of this crazy situation, whatever that was. Not going back to that, right? So maybe you are getting kind of freed from it. And as a result, you're going to have some sort of improvement in health as well. Because you do have courthouse here. The decision is not in someone's favor. 23 breaks down to a 5 again. Okay? So whoever this truth is coming out about, maybe the decision's not in their favor, right? In their favor. It feels like it's this, and you're going to master from that, right? Okay. So I pulled again, just 3 to clarify again, from Gypsy Witch. 4 of Swords regarding like who this main female is, right? 4 of Swords, someone who's been resting, okay? Months, something about months. Tightly months. Might have to rest up for months, okay? Then you have Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, feminine energy, okay? And 6 of Cups, the past, Again, with the South Node, right? So you might have more than one South Node-y things going on here, okay? The Four of Swords is also a card of recovery, and I can definitely see that that's going to be needed with a situation like this and like that, okay? So if you're in this energy, you're going to need recovery. You're going to need to come to the truth, maybe even have that Queen of Swords energy. This could also very well be, I'm seeing adjudication, thief, courthouse, and imprisonment here. This could be a person of the legal profession as well, okay? Number 42, all right, number 49 breaks down to A13, which is a 4. The eye, when near, okay, denotes great interest taken by friends. So maybe this is about a friends, okay? There may be a little bit of suspicion about a situation, but if things have been hiding, right, for a while, okay, whatever's coming out about it, ooh, might make you anxious. Okay, that's where the suspicion comes from, right? Like you don't know what to believe, right? Maybe you had been around a bunch of liars for a very, very long time, and all of a sudden you find out the person they lied on is not a liar, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, I should have listened, right? I would have saved myself however many months, year, whatever the 5th represents, okay, for you. Just heard pleading the 5th. Hello. Okay, that could be it too. Maybe they're going to plead the 5th. That could be a literal thing if there's a court situation here. Mostly because, you know, maybe they are guilty of something, right? Bigger things than what you already know, and the truth will come out. Interesting. So take this how it resonates. All right. So you have number 42 here, 6. Amor is a sign that someone is looking at you with great love and longing. So maybe there's this great interest taken by a friend, okay, that could turn into more. You also have number 3, the house, which denotes success in all ventures. If the present condition is unpleasant, the future will be happy and prosperous. Also predicts marriage. So like I said earlier, if you're leaving a situation and there's something else in mind for you, you might need to get yourself rested first. See, rest is first here, right? Okay? And then tapping into your heart space and being true to self, because, you know, the Queen of Swords is also about that truth energy. And then your 6 of Cups, too, talks about your past, okay? But this also is talking about just sort of like inner childhood happiness as well, okay? So I wouldn't be too surprised if some other cards pop up as well. There's a reason for this switch, or whatever this is, this win-win, okay? Because your soul has returned to learn many lessons. Maybe there's a lesson in it, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Let's see, did I miss anything? No, okay. And we'll get you some guidance here, okay? Moving forward. This is the situation at hand, all right? I wonder if the valid criticism is going to come up in the guidance. Sometimes that happens, all right? Stay tuned. Be right back. All right, here I am cleaning up. Spirit's got some things to say. All right. So right after reason was help, right? And placate, and then presidential and object, okay? So there may be, that may be an identifier. Maybe there's been some political argument in this situation, disagreements about politics or something. I immediately thought of red wave versus blue wave when I saw that, okay? So that might mean something to somebody. Placate, you know, make easy, or cater to. I usually think of placating someone's ego. Maybe there's a lot of ego going on in a situation, okay? All right. Let's get some guidance, Spirit. Since we're talking lessons, let's pull out 6 lessons. No, 5 lessons. I got 5. 5th. Going with 5th here. Don't be stubborn. Maybe stubbornness is an issue. Alright. Devil energy. Ooh, are we talking addictions? Are we talking codependency, that attachment issue thing? That can mean a lot of things. Greediness. Just any level of toxicity. That is not a surprise that relationships came out. All right, one more. Oh, and health too. All right. All right. So first one that came out, you have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So maybe this is something that's made you feel extremely insecure, or you've responded out of insecurity rather than truth, right? Relating to some sort of fear around these lessons, right? Relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay. You have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Mercury and Aquarius did show up. So air energy can be like, give me the answers. I need to know. We do that. Air signs do that. Sometimes it's very hard to kind of like, all right, just got to go with the flow, right? Okay. In due time. There's a divine timing to everything. Okay. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay. Again, with that, going with the flow, right? You can't harden a river to walk on it, right? Okay. You have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I see 2 colors of the heart chakra here. I also see solar plexus again. I'm counting both those as yellow. And indigo for your 3rd eye, okay? Or no, purple. Okay, so crown and 3rd eye, okay? Might need to work on those as well. All right, let's see how your masculine energy is doing. Let's see what needs healing. All right. Actually, let's do 2. All right. You have Dionysus, ecstasy in reverse. Ooh, lust energy, obsession. I can see it here. Oh, devil. Okay. Sex addiction might be an issue. Or someone using sex to trap people. Ooh, that's unhealthy. Okay. Mythos and sacrifice. Doing things for the greater good, right? Let's get some feminine energy on this, and then we'll go ahead and read further, see if there's anything else here for you. Ladies, how say you for the feminine energy for our water signs here? Okay, we have Ma'at, justice. So there is definitely divine at play here, okay? Again, with that win-win outcome is forecast. Maybe someone's heart is being weighed to see if it's as light as a feather, okay? See if they've been in their heart space or been more about their vessel, right? Like their ego, right? I did see the placate there. Okay. You also have Gaia, connection to nature. Grounding may be essential. At this time, you did have the color red show up for your root chakra. I didn't really need that. That's nice. Okay. Give me a second here, guys. All right. So Dionysus. Ecstasy on the shadow side. What else? What else? Here we go. Let go. Feel the freedom of pleasure at its most divine. Reject the mundane. Okay, so if you've been doing same old, and it still feels chaotic, it's time to switch it up, okay? Talks about, I'm just going to read you the whole dang thing. Okay. So it's kind of like one of those story time things. We have all felt it at one time or another, that feeling of a complete and utter letting go, a feeling of total elation, of sweet freedom where there is a strong feeling of release. This is the free-flowing energy of the Greek god Dionysus, possibly one of the most misunderstood deities. Many believe being a follower of Dionysus means nonstop partying, the imbibing of copious amounts of alcohol and other mind-altering substances or orgiastic activities. It's a whole lot of big words. Okay, all at once. The honoring of Dionysus goes far deeper than that. Yeah, everybody doesn't seem to learn that lesson with a lot of these ascended masters. Okay, they kind of look at the surface of it. It's all pomp and no circumstance, right? When we think of angels, we think of these ethereal winged things, but they're supposed to teach you stuff, okay? That's what they're here for, okay? So he's a good example of that. You know, we've misunderstood our lessons for the longest time. You know, so when we're kind of faced with having to learn the lesson again, it can get scary because we don't know what to do with it. You know, on the surface, all we have been taught is something else, right? So, here we go. Like Eros, he was given the title of liberator. Women and minorities at the time were restrained in society and certainly not as free to grow and contribute to society as they are now. The idea of no rules and total freedom appealed directly to them. This made Dionysus incredibly in demand, and his cults grew in popularity and power. The Maenads, women who served Dionysus, held the most secretive of rituals. His Roman equivalent, Bacchus, was the inspiration of the famous Bacchanalia festival, where slaves would become masters, women dressing as men and men as women, and laws could be broken without punishment. Okay, so that could also give you a clue as to, like, just talking about, that kind of gives you BDSM vibes. Okay, maybe that might be someone's thing in this situation. That could be an identifier, or maybe they've talked about it. Okay, especially if they've got some sort of sex addiction of some kind, that could cover that. Okay, even though it's not really an addiction, it's just a behavior that could get out of control, right? Especially if you don't have a safe word. Okay, anyway, this kind of spirited activity is cathartic in nature. It allows change in body, mind, and spirit, birth, death, rebirth, okay, which allows a fresh and revitalized start. While Dionysus ruled over the making of wine and its imbuement and over beekeepers, he was also the god of the theater, with a huge theater named after him on the slopes of the Acropolis in Athens. Increasingly, we are seeing either a binge culture or total abstinence from pleasures in our culture. We are either all work or all play. You see a problem here? That's a massive imbalance, right? More and more, those of us with responsibilities experience no play. Connecting with Dionysus' gift of pure release is something that is profoundly relieving. This may be achieved through dancing, singing, play acting, drinking enough to feel free, or through the culmination of the sexual act. In fact, anything that takes us away from ourselves and into ecstasy just for a time can be healthy in moderation, right? It's also about temperance, right? And that balance. Okay. On the shadow side, overindulging in activities that give us this high is not part of Dionysus's plan. This is exactly where we're going here. I can see it. Here's a good example. Hangovers are frowned upon. The binge drinking culture that has developed where people go out and drink simply to get drunk every week is not something that is healthy for anyone. Talk about fluid. Okay. So maybe alcoholism is a problem in this situation. Fluids are talked about, and here we are talking about binge drinking. Okay. There's always a fine line between madness, frenzy, and true ecstasy with Dionysus's energy, and this should be respected. Okay. What else do we have here? Surprised, beg, gather. Maybe that's kind of the behavior of this person. That might, there's an imbalance here, obviously. But the full moon in Libra is talking about actually having balance, right? And maybe that's, and the justice that comes with it, realizing that maybe what's been imbalanced is not meant for you. Like, it doesn't feel right, right? And going towards something that feels more grounded, okay? All right. Yeah. Also, expressing gratitude is important throughout the whole process. Even just being grateful for having that realization, right? Thanking your, connecting spiritually here, right? And thanking all those higher ups that are guiding you. You do have Dionysus here. You have Ma'at. You have Gaia. You have there was talk to also biblical, right? Okay. That could also be that connection there, somewhere around the Fertile Crescent, Maybe you're going to get tongue-tied over something, you don't know what to say. Maybe that's what the fear is. Okay, that was weird. All right, Mithras, sacrifice. Now this dude's been well traveled. He's a perfect example of that biblical is, you know, the Israeli, and I forget what the third thing was, but he pretty much traveled all of the Fertile Crescent and even the Mediterranean. He was worshipped by Persia and Romans. And we're going to see it again. Hold on. I had seen it somewhere. Is it in here? He was just India. Thank you. It's right there. All right. He may be validating the sacrifices you are making and supporting in your work. So maybe whatever you just came from, you did had to sacrifice quite a bit. Came with the attachment issues. But maybe you realized it wasn't as good of a cause, right? Because this person was just a vampire, right? In some form or fashion. Very unhealthy for you, okay? And you're regaining your self-esteem as a result. Okay. However, there must be balance in this. Again with the balance. Okay, many of us continually sacrifice our own needs over and over and become selfless as a result. Okay. This only breeds resentment and extreme neediness, which is extremely damaging to our own growth. Okay, just what I just said. All right. So that's to confirm that maybe the bitch is crazy. Might have been the needy one, right? I get the sense that that was the situation there. And maybe it's something you had over catered to, right? Like you overspilt your cups, right? All right. And maybe there's some restorative thing. Maybe now you've realized maybe you've done that to other people, right? Maybe there's an issue with reciprocity in this situation, okay? Maybe that's the lesson, right? And being able to restore that back to balance. Because you got the justice scales again, right? Come from a heart space. We're going to read Ma'at now. Ma'at rules over all things related to truth and justice, so you'll be gaining fair treatment for whatever you're seeking, okay? And maybe don't be fearful of it. Cure. I just saw that. I was as it popped up, I knew I was talking about the restorative thing, right? Maybe this is a cure for the situation, is swapping the spots, right? Going with a heart space decision on this, regaining that balance. Interesting. Okay. Bacon, fatty, comes from pigs. Pigs can be greedy. Over consuming. What are you going with bacon here? Does someone like bacon? That could be an identifier. Overconsumption. Maybe somebody likes bacon too much. Could be about food, right? Overeating. All right. That could be an identifier for somebody. All right. But lessons. All right. Gaia, connection to nature. Mother of all living things on earth, Gaia appears before you as a sign to return to nature. You need to get grounded by reconnecting with her. Try planting your feet on the natural ground, going on a hike, or taking a forest bath, and just hanging out in the forest, right? Go back to Mother Earth for the answers you're seeking. So definitely, maybe take a little mini vision quest that takes a couple hours, right? Something to that effect. Let's stick our folks over here. Make room. So we're going to go ahead and tap into the shadows a little bit about these lessons. What's been the holdup for healing here? Let's just get a couple from each deck. I'm not really sensing there's too much craziness, other than, whatever the devil energy is. Let's talk about that, okay, with regards to water signs directly. What they need to heal from it, so they can learn their lessons. All right. Wounds, yes, woundings, thank you. The wounds of the situation. One more. Okay. You're just beginning. You might be new to this, okay? This might be something new, no matter your age, right? 1, the fledgling. Okay. 26 breaks down to an 8. That is an abundant number, okay? Honesty. It's also about your foundation, your stability. It's also about your health, well-being, okay? So this is for your overall health, some new learning. Okay? That's probably why you need to take a break, right? And learn some stuff. There might be a lot to catch up on for yourself at this time, right? You are blessed with a time of learning new things. This is a time for you to remember that you cannot know things until you experience them. Okay. Being in this evolving state means you may stumble a bit. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Now is the time for being gentle with yourself as you step into your destiny to become the beautiful person you're meant to be. That you've always been, and you just haven't thought of. Is, yes, thank you. You is. Okay. When the fledgling appears to you, it is a sign of new growth and wonderful new opportunities. Step forward with curiosity and a willingness to learn and discover. Earth is a classroom. Earth is a classroom. All right, 26. Honesty. Okay, this is the symbol of clarity and true communication, right? No more of these shenanigans anymore. No more being, no more having misrepresented circumstances in relationships, right? Like truth. Bam. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, what your motives and real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power, and you need that solar plexus right there, okay? When you choose honesty above all else, you'll be sent the courage to do what's right. Awesome. Yes. And courage is on there too. Clarity's on there too. Okay. Oh my goodness. Love it. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. Okay. You have a right to get clear messages. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. Don't expect to get it, right? You don't have to keep going after it. If they're not going to be willing to give you the answers, they may know there's a divine time, or maybe they're the ones being shady still. They're still being a false person, right? They're still wearing masks, all right? Know the difference between someone wearing a mask and someone being a high priestess and just existing in the gray area, okay? So, find those answers for yourself, right? But release the need to know all the answers, okay? You do have a right to have honesty in a situation. All right, let's get a few from our Halloween deck here. Maybe two. Two should be good. We have Mummy with Change and Ancestors. Love and legacy of our DNA. Interesting. Okay. Forward thinking. Werewolf. Love it. Okay. Another Metallica song just popped up in my head. Spirit, you gotta stop with the Metallica. Seriously. Same album too is like what I posted on the community board. Of Wolf and Man just popped up. Okay, so if you know that song, look up the lyrics. Okay, I'll post it to community. Hold on. Let me write that down. Just so I don't forget. I know I will. All right. All right, so the first one out, you have Mummy, Change, okay? Let me refamiliarize myself with this particular one here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, the ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was not seen as many of us seeing it, a finality to be dreaded, but just as a beginning of new life and often eternal life in a better place, the afterlife, something greater. Okay. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s, and more recently, even more so with Saqqara, right? speaking of speaking of the mummy's curse, when they did that, I was like, put it back, put it back. Not because of the curse or anything, like that's so disrespectful. Those are our peoples. Okay, moving forward. Long hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better, okay? So have faith, don't worry, remove that anxiety, right? The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You're being guided, okay? This actually has sort of Ganesha vibes to it as well. Obstacles being removed and placed for a greater purpose. You're not having something taken from you, you're actually being redirected, okay? It's just that your labyrinth is now changing, okay? And so go with the flow on that. Greg might be significant to somebody. Greg with 2 G's. Interesting. Okay. The endings, the closed door. I already read that. This is just a healthy pause, an indication that change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. So it's a time to really actually flip it and switch it, right? Next up, you had ancestors. And I love this card because this is like deep connection to not just your current heritage, your current body heritage, right? It's also a past life indicator as well. So there may be something that your ancestors weren't doing right now with the situation, whatever this win-win outcome is for you, okay? This is something being guided. And they know. They see all. Maybe they've been watching you flail in the situations that you've been in for a while. Let's just say more than 5 months or 5 weeks or whatever. Maybe it's more like years or decades. They've been seeing you flail and you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? This is also a card of like breaking habits and bad patterns, right? Maybe they're sick of it and they're trying to redirect you. Go, no, go over here. Please, I know you're afraid. Trust. We got you. Dude. This is not rocket science, I promise you. Okay. All right. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the product of those who have lived before us DNA-wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, our grandmother's nose, or great-grandmother's skin tone. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We know now that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, even propensities for aspects of brain function like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan paths associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we're meant to be. What does this mean? It means that the gifts our ancestors have left us and the unique synergy, the combination of the physical, mental, and spiritual cage. What the heck's going on? Is this more of this imprisonment thing? Okay. That is created within us, sets us up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you are ready and able to action your birthright of power. So this is your birthright we're talking about here. What you came here for on this. Again, we're talking South Node, North Node, right? Perceive. Oh, mental imprisonment. Get out of your own cage, right? Keep going, Spirit. We'll keep talking. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you need to overcome them. You will prevail. Answer him. Is that an ancestor spirit? Page. Are we talking about like the pages in tarot? Oh, listen to children. Is that what you mean? They might be telling you something from the ancestors. Children are extremely intuitive. They can actually see auras and stuff. Oftentimes, imaginary friends are not imaginary. They're like ancestors or spirit guides or something. They may even be able to see your spirit guide, okay? Even the animals in your house can do that. I've noticed that with my cat. And werewolves, since that was moving forward, okay? Since as soon as I saw that, that song popped up, okay? Exploring wildness. So also finding a balance between yourself and that shape-shifting energy, right? All right. The werewolf is kind of a shapeshifter, but one that has traditionally had little control over his wildness. In a way, an inner battle between civilization and wild animal nature fights inside the one body. The vitality, strength, and freedom of the animal versus the reason, control, and intellect of man. It's like, why can't we just have both? Balance, 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 right? Again, that Dionysus, right? Energy. Okay. Which one, though, is the dominant force? What is the healthy balance between our animal nature, one that is wild, free, and connected to nature, and our radically civilized humanness separated from or dominant over nature? The werewolf asks us to consider this balance and to delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet as well. When is the last time you spent all day outside? When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Do you quash the vitality and curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of the computer? Or just day by day mundane things, right? Like as that was talked about. The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature, okay? So you just find that that spiritual, tangible balance, okay? That's important right now, especially with grounding, okay? That root chakra energy. Or maybe a message from a child, okay? Let's pull some from the mermaids. We'll get some chakras for you. And ancestor spirit. Okay. Okay, abundance, think of what makes you happy, joyous, peaceful. Know that you are truly abundant. It is your birthright. Move forward towards what's good for you. Okay, and one more. And relax. Again, with that go with the flow, kind of rest, relaxation, recuperate energy, okay? What else? Ooh, nice. More earth energy, and again with the truth, right? Honesty. There's your throat chakra, so you might need to clear out your throat chakra so that you can feel strong enough to do that. Earth Star chakra, get grounded with Mother Gaia again, right? Mother Earth, that's a grounding card, going in nature. You are going through a rebirth, again with that death energy, right? The mummy. Insects may be significant signs at this time, okay? Are you referring to the butterfly? Oh, goodness. Someone's in their cocoon. Okay. All right. Spiritual bug suit. Love it. Maybe coming out soon. What else? Know who you are. Number 30, I am presence. It talks about you connecting with your higher self. Okay. And developing a relationship with the higher self. Okay. And all that entails. Crown chakra energy here. Okay. One more. And 20, play. Inner childhood, have fun, right? Also do things you love, enjoy. Take a lighthearted approach to it. This also does talk about gratitude as well. Being grateful for those in your life that have provided you with abundance of some kind or another, right? Definitely have part of fortune energy. So whatever those signs were, that might be one of your part of fortune as well. Or the part of the fortune, maybe that this person, whichever people is the positive relationships for you in this situation, okay? let's get 3 from our ancestor spirits, please. All right, we've got find your voice. Again, not just speaking truth, right? But also talking about singing. Again, with music too. Maybe write songs or something. Express yourself, open up, sing out. This is also talking about throat singing, right? The throat singers, which is also a very helpful healing tool, by the way. So you might want to check that out for healing. Okay, see if that works for you. Maybe spoken mantras or affirmations as well. Connect with water. Apropos for a water sign, maybe you need to take more spiritual baths, hang out in other bodies of water, or be near bodies of water, lakes, oceans. Drink more water, maybe connect with water elementals, work with water more. Ooh, all right. And be an open channel, mediumship, ancestors, spirits. You know, air signs did just get this card, as they actually got both these cards. The connect with water and be an open channel. I think they just got that. So that may be significant to you. You might want to go check out that. Let's do another one. Compare. Interesting. There may be some things in that reading for you. Respect your physical body. Detox. Rejuvenate. Relax. Okay. That's it. And this one too. Explore your creative side. Visualize, paint, and record. And connect with animals. Animal spirit guides, healing, past pets as well. Or current pets as well. Okay, exactly. Okay, that's confirmation. All right. Now let's pull 3 from New Orleans Oracle. Okay, number 5 again. Elusive priestess. This is all about being that high priestess and knowing when to see the truth in a gray area, okay? It's also tapping into your intuition with the moon here, okay? And using all the elements. I do see water still. Okay, good. Air, earth, fire, water. Okay, so maybe you might want to work with all the elements. Navel. One more. Shade. Oh, you might have some shadow work surrounding, or some sort of shadows or something to heal, dark stuff having to do with whatever chakras are around your navel, which are your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, okay? You might want to cleanse those out as well. Work on any shadows that might be attached to that as well. And it could very well be about how you connect with people. Your sacral chakra is also good. You might want to look that up more. I'm trying to remember who got sacral chakra stuff. It might have been the fire signs. They were the first I did too. So check that one out as well. 16 breaks down to 7, companionship. This is all about celebrating with those you love, with good things, good times. And that could be this play and the relationships together, right? And 22, speak your truth. Manifest what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? All right. Final guidance from our Beyond the Maria here. I'm going to move our bellflower over here. Something about pizza, a pizza party? Okay. Could also be an identifier. So it'd be like some sort of gathering you would serve pizza at, okay? Maybe that's something like that, right? Maybe you can organize more of that. I'm thinking football games and birthday parties, like kids' birthday parties specifically. Thinking of Chuck E. Cheese. Man, last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese was when I was 6. Do they even still have Chuck E. Cheese anymore? All right. One, please, final guidance for water signs, please. All right, you have card number 24, Evolution. Oh, and she's a mermaid. Perfect for water signs, right? "24 breaks down to a 6. That might be significant to someone. Growth, overcoming challenges, gracefully riding the waves of life, expanding out a problem, flourishing in the face of change, thriving in new environments, being unperturbed. Of course, going with the flow too, right? Look for ways that you can flourish in the face of challenge. Tap into your original passion and remember why you chose the path that brought you to where you are now. Break a problem down to its elements and be creative in how you tackle them. Consider how you can make it more fun and inspiring. Alternatively, be present and ask how you can learn, grow, and become stronger through what is happening for you. Focus on the aspects of your situation that make it all worth it. Draw on the inner resources that can pull you through. You have the qualities you need to shine, so don't lose sight of the bigger picture. You may be pushed to greater and deeper learnings, and it might be an uncomfortable process, but the strength, growth, and wisdom that come from journeying through the eye of the storm and embodying this knowledge is something no teacher can show you. Ooh, are you going to develop abilities? Nice. Those clairs, right? Your psychic stuff. Your spiritual abilities. Ooh, all right. Or just gain more ability in something, right? Maybe more self-esteem, fearlessness, strength, courage, confidence, possibility. More of your birthright. Okay. What does personal evolution mean to you? Is it about growth, expansion, adaptation, success, or becoming a better version of yourself? Perhaps it speaks to an ability to move through difficulties. However good we are at surfing the waves of life, we all face surging tides of challenging ups and downs at times. When we try to hide from our trials, they get even bigger and more overwhelming because you're avoiding lessons that you're here to learn, that your higher self wants you to learn, right? The key is to figuring out what those lessons are and then learning it. 20th might mean something to somebody. Okay. We might also flow with the current of least resistance, allowing the waves to wash over us and inspire a deeper sense of compassion and strength. How we meet our challenges contributes to our growth and evolution. We rarely know how many fails went into someone's success. Do your best. Be aware that success is rarely instant. It may take years of persistence. Yeah, any success that I see somebody get quick, I automatically question. Maybe it was too easy, or they were too lazy, or they just grabbed what was close to them. They didn't actually go for something that was meant for them. And always, someone is wearing a mask in that situation. There's always something hidden. If it's too easy, that's my side eye going up. All right. Do your best. Be aware that success is rarely instant. It may take years of persistence. The idea that a project, quest, or realization should come quickly together and perfectly can freeze creativity. Life is about the process. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Success is about perseverance. That is not to say we should keep pushing uphill if we're not feeling it. Obligation does not have the passion and determination to push through challenges. The notion that love will find a way is relevant, as challenges are more likely to be surmounted when you have the spark of passion and enjoyment in your heart. So consider what drives your bigger picture plans and what inspired you to take this path, to chase this dream. Success is linked to doing what you love. It takes time to get good at something. When you love what you are doing, you keep going through the failures and disappointments until you meet success. Yeah, you soldier on, right? What else we got here? Standard. Okay, maybe there's some standards. Maybe it feels regimented to somebody where they came from. Too many rules and you want to break free. Again, with that freedom. There are challenges we have no power or control over. In those circumstances, our evolution is more of an internal process. How can we strive to see the silver lining? Find the gratitude, the learnings, and do what you feel you need to do to be real and honest with your feelings. Evolution, or life mastery, is attempting every wave with courage, grace, and poise. It's about meeting challenges, Learning to glide across the emotionally charged waters of life and bringing joy, humor, and lightheartedness along as you weave your light into the world. I love it. Ah, gorgeous. All right, there you go, water signs. Let's see what else Spirit has to say for you. What else did we miss? Did we miss anything? Something about double? Maybe double your efforts? Did we get everything? Yeah, okay, yeah. I think I got everything. '20th could also most everything? Okay. Or mostly double. Might have 2 things to worry about or 3 things. Maybe you might have 2 choices. Is that what you're saying? And you don't have to choose either. Rope. Double rope. Interesting. Maybe, I just thought of double dutch. Maybe you don't want to play that game anymore. If you're dealing with a childish energy, that would make sense. In a relationship that probably shouldn't be childish, right? I mean, the only time you should have childish relationships is with children, like actual children. If you're dealing with a grown person, come on now. We're getting too old for that. It becomes homework. So maybe it is about a decision to pick one thing. Yeah, designate. Okay. Designate what you want out of the situation, okay? So you choose what you feel is best for you, okay? You are attracted to those people who serve your higher good, okay? There you go, water signs. Hopefully that helps. All right, have a good one. Follow your other placements. Start with air signs because, yeah, a lot of these came up there as well, okay? So did abundance. Truth came out as well. Doubt came out as well. And acceptance. Yes. Okay. Last chance, Spirit. Don't be afraid of lessons. Lessons are great. Story. Okay. It might add to your story. There might be more to your story in there. Okay. All right. There you go, guys. Have a good one. Bye.